day. This is the day, like the weekend after Thanksgiving. This is the day. Hey, John Murray.
Hello, Sherri Shepherd. I am done eating leftovers, and I'm glad to be back in the mix as Sherri.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And it's good to see you survive Thanksgiving. You had a big undertaking.
I know. I don't know if I survived so much. First of all, I'm telling you, it's bad right here. It's bad. I ate so much, I can't, I'm breathing like this. I ate so much food, and so I called Willie Sinclair III from the Milwaukee of Sinclairs, and I said I literally have gained so much weight because I ate everything in sight. And he said, well, we're gonna have to use the strong girdle. So he got it on, and so we're all right. But I told you, last week I was having 13 family members over for the long weekend. I did. And so, that was some of them. Every day we lost some because some had to go do other stuff and they had to go be with other people. But there were so many people that we ran out of closet space at my house. It was bags everywhere, shoes everywhere. Like when I tell you, that space is usually, that's when you first come in, so it's usually clean and clear, but this was just a small portion of it. And so we had a lot of kids. We had a lot of nieces and nephews in the house, and I haven't had a lot of kids in my house in a long time because Jeffrey is 18 years old. So this is the thing. I did not realize that when you have high ceilings, kids like to scream at the top of their lungs because they like to hear the feedback. And it's just, I didn't realize that, you know, kids have a multitude of questions that they ask, and they all start with, Auntie Sherri? Auntie Sherri? Didn't realize that. And that I also, it was another thing, John, I didn't realize the furniture is not to be sat on and have conversations. It's to be jumped on and played on. And like, I have furniture and I have like swivel chairs that, you know, I just like to turn and see what's going on. No, they are Ferris wheels. Like literally, Ferris wheels and tilt-a wheels. And so it was nice having kids around because they took me back to being young, because that's what we used to do before our parents was like, get off that couch. So we had a nice dinner, because I told you we ate so much. So we had a lot. I think it was oxtails, it was lamb, it was jerk turkey, it was macaroni and cheese. And you know, and if y'all think that I cooked it, I will accept that. I will. I'm gonna tell you something. And John, I said I didn't like marshmallows and sweet potatoes until Chef Andre made it. That was so daggone good. Mac and cheese topped with sweet potatoes. Oh my goodness. This was pretty much me the whole weekend. Just literally. And then the whole time, so I drank water because I don't drink. I'm diabetic. I drank water, and it was gonna stop the effects of everything. I was wondering when you was gonna get over here to help me.
I was like, on your own.
I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I done took my chair all off the mark. I don't know where my chair belongs. Thank you, John. I was like, when is he gonna come over here? He know I done gained this Thanksgiving weight. I can't even, my whole centrifugal force is off. I can't lift myself up. So I drank water all weekend like that was gonna stop the effects of everything else. And so my sister had made the biggest plate, and then she kept going, nobody got Coke Zero? Anybody got Coke Zero? Like the Coke Zero was gonna balance everything out. So we ate till everybody had the itis. But then earlier that day, we went to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And I'm gonna tell y'all, oh my gosh, shout out to our producer, Jonathan. We got a great spot, and I made sure that people at the parade were gonna see me because I look like a daggone clown. People kept going, are you walking in the parade? Because it was nothing that matched on my body, I'm telling you. And I had never been to, I always watched the Thanksgiving Day Parade on my television. When I tell you, if you ever get the chance to go to the parade, go, because it was so much fun. And every time I saw somebody on the float, I kept screaming their name. And so Cheryl Lee Ralph went by on the float, and she was waving. She was Mrs. Claus, but I kept screaming, this is what a dream looks like. So she turned, and you can't miss me because I look like a clown. So she's waving, and then Belle Bim DeVoe went by, and I was like, poison, poison. They went by. Keenan and Kel went by. I was screaming the Good Burger lines to Keenan and Kel, and they were all waving, going, who the hell? Oh, Sherri. So, and then I'm telling you, I think I was the only one that recognized him. Paul Russell went by on the float. And see, y'all may not know, but as soon as I saw Paul Russell, I was like, you're my little boo thing, and I don't give a damn what to do. Like, I lost my mind. And Jabari, the guy, little boy Jabari from
the Bel Air remake, yeah.
From the Bel Air remake. Yeah. As soon as he went by, I started screaming, I spent most of my days, and I was just damn. I mean, I lost my mind. And we had a great spot, and then my sister was with me, and we had the best spot, and she goes, can we get some chairs? I was like, bitch, sit on the car. We don't need no chairs. I forgot my nieces and nephews, her children are upstairs, and they're gonna be like, how can you call mommy? But here is what I realized. Macy's, y'all gotta do conditioning for the people in the parade, okay? Because the people were tired walking. They don't realize, yes, you tell them it's 2.5 miles, but when you in New York and you dancing the whole way, 2.5 miles is a long time. Like, you can see the band members from Alabama. They came here, they didn't have not a coat on, everybody's freezing. Look at all them girls. The only thing they got was their booties, keeping them warm, just a whole, they were marching. Oh, that's too, okay, I'm sorry, y'all, dang, okay. Forgive me, it's my heart, just charge it to my heart. There was like, they were out there and everybody was cold, and I was so proud of Alabama when they were coming, they were playing the trombone. And everybody was shivering. They had the stilt walkers. They looked like their feet hurt when they were walking on the stilts. And I kept going, you got 2 miles to go. So I just say Macy's Day Parade, you just need to condition the people like a year before the parade starts, and they'll be good. I had so much fun. I want to be in the parade next year. I don't care if I got to volunteer. If I got to walk on stilts, I will be a stilt walker. I will be on I need like a Depends or a Poise float. That's what I think. Just one big diaper floating through the air.
I would like to see you. Wouldn't y'all like to see Sherri on the float next year? Yeah.
I will have so much fun. Because I got to be on the float. I did the Harlem Parade, and I got to be on the float with Melba. Melba, who has...
You know, Belle Biv DeVoe was here last week, and they told us, next to the Super Bowl, the Macy's Day Parade is one of the biggest televised events. Oh, so we need the world to see you riding that, even if it's a menopause float, riding that menopause float and waving
riding the menopause float and hot flashing the whole time on my menopause float. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, thank you so much for the joy that you gave to everybody. And a special shout out to the parents. All the parents are usually the ones behind all of the band members and everybody. They're pulling all the cards. So special shout out to all the parents who had to get everybody together. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. And then, I took all the kids to see, my nieces and nephews, I took them all to see The Lion King. And there's always they went to see The Lion King. There's always one child that you gotta pop in the mouth. That was my son. Look at that boy. He did not like being with the little kids. He wanted to be with the adults. He was so mad, but I told Jeffrey, you gotta be with me. The kids drove me crazy because they had to keep taking bathroom breaks. Take a look.
We were at a Broadway show, and I asked all of these kids, I said, go to the bathroom before we left the house. And nobody got to use the bathroom. 6 kids, nobody got to use the bathroom. Now we're at the theater. The Lion King is about to start, and everybody got to go to the bathroom. What's going on?
And this is what I realized. My first mistake was I asked the kids if they had to go to the bathroom. And you can't ask, because I remember my mother used to tell us before we left, she'd go to the bathroom. And we would answer, we don't have to. And she would say, go anyway. And we would say, Mama, nothing coming out. And she would say, well, sit there until it does. So I'm gonna take the L on that, because that was my fault for asking instead of telling them. And so the show starts and they're singing and it's amazing. I look over, everybody's asleep on the thing. This one right here, the 8-year-old, we lost her at Hakuna Matata. But they all woke up. We had a great time at the Lion King. It was so amazing. And I'm gonna see the rest of my family in a few weeks for Christmas. We're gonna do it all over again. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.